Alright, good afternoon, cadre. Alright, so I finally get to do it and do my opposite shave today. So everything will be done with my left hand, or generally offhand. I'm going to use the Micro Touch one today, since I generally shave with both hands with the straight razor anyway. Figure I don't usually use my left hand much with the DE, so I figured I'd give that a go. Make it more interesting. Still doing my chiseled face 3017, but you can kind of see here the soap's starting to thin out there a little bit, so still got a little ways to go, but we're getting there. And yeah, so for anybody not from the cadre or hasn't seen this yet, so the point of this shave is we're doing kind of the vloggers over at theshavingcadre.com, we're doing kind of a one stunt shave a month kind of deal, and this month it is to do a total offhand shave, basically. So lathering, shaving, applying your aftershaves and stuff, pour it out with your left hand if you use your right, stuff like that. So without further ado, we're gonna get this going. Yeah, so I'm going to be using the Omega board today. I'm hoping that the length of the bristles will kind of be my friend on this. And actually, I'm going to pause this real quick, adjust the camera angle so that you guys can see me lathering without me having to like hold it up at my face. So 1 second. Okay, we are back. Alright, so brush, bowl, here we go. Yeah, that just don't feel right. It's hard to get that nice, even swirling motion, when you're just so used to, and just kind of like effortless with the right hand. Trying to use my side to help make sure I'm not swirling with my right. Alright, I think that's going to be good. And then now the real fun starts. I'll switch the camera back up because I face lather. So it should be fun. Alright. Go get some of this excess stuff off the bowl. Almost switched back hands already. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, so far, this part doesn't actually feel too bad. Right. So, aside from just feeling a little unnatural, and I don't have quite the fine control I normally would, overall, not too bad. Get a little bit more water here. Alright, I think I'm gonna call that good. So, I don't know, that didn't feel too terribly awkward to me. Maybe I just practiced doing this whole thing a little too much when I was a kid, and don't know if you guys have seen that or whatnot. When I was a kid in Oklahoma, it's popular to try to screw with your, like, get your hands to go the opposite directions or whatever. So, anyway. Microtouch 1, Voscod. I think this is a third use on this guy, so let's get this going. Getting skin stretching part's not going to be awkward at all because I'm used to that, but and honestly, the razor doesn't feel too bad either. But yeah, this is definitely at least a very nice exercise for should something ever happen and you can't use your right hand for some reason. At least you know you can still get a decent shave. Bingo's still going on over on the Cadre forum. Anybody who's, thought about it, didn't join up, but you still might like to try it. KJ is taking entrance until the day somebody wins. You just got to play catch up. So, if you still want to join, there's still time. Nobody's won yet that I know of. I haven't checked the forum since I got up yet, but as of when I went to sleep this morning, there had been no winners. And I did get a Rolls Razor blade in the mail from KJ. I'm gonna get that honed up for him so he can try out his Rolls Razor. All right. Yeah, so I'll be making a video when I hone the razor up for the rolls too. Just gonna show what works for me when I'm doing that and some tips and tricks maybe. So, all right, I will be right back after I rinse off. It's a two-handed operation anyway, so not missing much there. All right, we're back. Past 2 time. So I'm trying to get a little better at this whole being a little more conversational on the vlogs. I'm kind of one of those people that, I suck at talking on the phone because I'm not face to face with somebody. So I think it's I run into a similar thing with that where instead of me just kind of chit-chatting or whatever. I tend to be, like, I'll listen, but then, and I'm also rather comfortable with silence, which I know a lot of people aren't. So even on the phone with somebody, if nobody's talking, it doesn't really bother me. Unless I'm in the middle of something where I need to be, like, not on the phone. So yeah, if I have something to address specifically, I can talk about that. But once I'm done, I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm not good at coming up with the topics or just not talking when I'm not face to face. When I'm face to face, I can probably talk your ear off, especially depending on the topic. But I don't know, I'm just not, I guess, much of a talker in general when I'm not in person with somebody. But I am trying to get better at that to make my shaves at least slightly less boring. All right. All right, pass number 2. Man, this thing's loud today. So it was brought up that the Micro Touch looks a lot like the Assured razor, but I assure you, there's no mistake, this is not the Assured. The Micro Touch, I believe the knob on the bottom is actually metal, but the whole razor is just significantly heavier. And I'm guessing they were both just kind of generally modeled after the same original classic razor or something. I'm sure some of the guys know which one that is. I do not. But it gives me a good shave. I'm very excited. I've got coming in, I believe, on Thursday. I've got my Gillette, I think it was a new type short comb. Open comb, double edge, vintage. All brass. Looks like it's in good shape. I'm very excited. I tend to prefer vintage gear over modern gear for the most part, although at some point I do want to get a nice custom straight razor or two, but I just like old steel. So this pass feels a little more awkward than the first pass, but still plenty doable. Here. Several of the guys are doing a one blade February kind of thing. It's been interesting to watch. Trying to get the maximum number of uses I can out of a blade. Alright, well that is it for pass 2, so I will rinse off and then I'll come back for my witch hazel and whatnot. Alright, time for the witch hazel. I normally pour this with my right into my left, so I'll go left into right. Do the same for my aftershave here in a minute. I can definitely tell my angle may not have been perfect by any means, but I still got what I'll at least try down to. For sure, easily. It's already at a damn fine shape, so. Who knows? In some places I'm already BBS, so we'll see if I dry down to much of that. Once everything kind of loses its moisture and goes back to normal. So yeah, this is definitely not a bad shave by any means. It was a little bit, for lack of a better word, that's been not used a lot for this series. It was just a little bit awkward. Didn't feel quite right because you're using your wrong hand, but you know, it's a good thing to practice for every once in a while in case, you know, something happens to your right hand or your left hand if you're left-handed. Just make sure that you know what you're doing and you're not afraid to get a good shave if you can't use your main hand for some reason. Yeah, so going with the Chiseled Face Summer Storm aftershave. Go with the soap. And again, left hand pouring it to right. No blood, no irritation. Aftershave feels good. So I'm gonna call that a success. Alright, so yeah, if you're finding this on YouTube or whatever, come check us out, www.theshavingcadre.com. Great group of guys over there, a few ladies too. Just, you know, shooting the breeze and talking about wet shaving stuff. So come join us. I'm UA Cowboy over there, and I'll see you guys around.